Fun topic today. It's going to be Hinge versus real life. I haven't taken any notes, so this is just spitballing off the top of my head. So, Hinge, swiping right and matching with a whole bunch of girls versus going up to girls and approaching. The latter seems a lot scarier, but the first one, you actually face more rejection without even realizing it, and it's actually dimming that light within your soul. So on Hinge, you can spend maybe like 20 minutes just going left, right, right, and get one match. And out of the 100 that you swiped right on, they've all said no to you. So subconsciously, you already perceive yourself as, I'm not good to women. And you're just building that character based around how many times you're being rejected, which plays off in real life, which is why a lot of men, I'm going to speak literally from experience. I went out last night to a club for the first time in actually I've been like twice this year, but before that it was like 3 years. And one thing that I noticed is that guys will not approach girls. Guys aren't even like vocal anymore. Like, there's, unless they're with like 4 or 5 boys and they're speaking very loudly to each other, like that's as like out there guys will get. They don't approach women. And a big reason for that is because of this rejection that we're getting online, that males are getting online. And it's very real. It's like the younger generation are all seeing it. My generation, before social media, that's how we would go out and meet people. We would have to go and approach. So when I was younger and I went to parties, I was known as the guy that would get lots of girls' numbers, but I didn't show the ugly side to like my friends or to even the girls that I was getting their numbers to. The ugly side is I got rejected so many times. But if your self-worth is not in getting approval from others, you literally just walk off and not even think twice about it, because your self-worth is based on what you think about yourself. So when someone is like, they give you a weird look or just like keep walking or don't even like acknowledge you, you're like, you're sweet, cool, next one. And with that approach, you end up getting what you're going out for. But so many men are afraid of rejection, and girls. So I went up to a girl last night. Actually, I went up to like a whole bunch of different people, but this one certain situation, my friend was actually like, "Hey, this is Bo," and then he gave me her hand, and I just went and kissed it, and then we just started speaking from that. And I actually asked her in that conversation, I'm like, so how many times have you been approached tonight? And because I'm actually curious, because like going out there now, it's like, I don't see it. So I wanted to ask for myself. I'm like, so how many times did you get approached tonight? Beautiful, like young, stunning girl in her prime. And she's like, Bo, I haven't been approached in months. She's like, you're the first guy to approach me in like 3 months. I'm like, what? And then she started speaking to me and getting like closer to me. And I swear I had no game at all. But all you need to do to have game now when you go out is to literally approach, and like that is game. It's literally girls want men to approach them. Some of them like will think you're weird, okay? But the ones that don't will actually enjoy the interaction, because that's literally why everyone's going out. It's why people go to the gym, to look good, to attract, it's all like this energy that we want to build community with each other. And whether that be on a romantic or even friendship, you can approach a woman based on, all right, I'm going to approach her. She's really hot, but I want to approach her as a friend and see how that vibe goes. and then play it out. But men are just so scared of rejection. Last night, so I was speaking to a younger man. He was 25 years old, and he came in with the hottest girl, and the hottest girl, like, came for one of my friends. And so I saw this guy, like, follow her like a lost little puppy. And I'm like to him, friend zoned? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, you need to go up to people. I'm like, are you dating at the moment? And he's like, I'm like, bro, like, she is literally showing you she's not interested, and you're following her around sad. You need to put yourself out there and face rejection a few times, because obviously you can't take rejection very well, because this girl that you like is literally hooking up with one of my mates, like, right in front of you, and you're okay with that. Like, dude, there are so many other people out there. And he's like, yeah, you're right. Anyway, an hour later, he comes up to me, he's like, I just approached that girl on the dance floor and I got rejected. And he just sits down, and I'm like, bro, that's amazing. That is so good. Go do it again. Go and get rejected again. And he's like, what? He's like, why would I want to do that? I'm like, because the more you get rejected, the more you learn on what to say, how to approach, what to do next time. And also, the more you understand that life goes on after they reject you. He's like, yeah. So I think approaching is a lost art. It's a lost interaction. And now what the game is for the younger generation is matching with someone and then getting their Instagram, liking their stories 2 days later, hoping that they notice, and then wait for a text back, and then text them back quickly, and then pull back for 2 days to show them that they're not keen. And then that's just how the game is. And they'll never meet up with each other because they're using all of this time. And in between that time, you're matching with someone else and playing the same game. And you got like 8 of those people going on, and you're just never meeting up with any of them. You're not giving yourself an opportunity to put yourself out there, go out, do stuff, actually speak to people, and have a human experience, because it's all about social media now. And it's, I sound like an old person, but I swear the girl's number that I got last night, she was 21. And like, she, I'm like to her, I'm old. And she's like, how old are you? I'm like, 33. And she's like, oh, it's not that bad. Like, when I was that age, when I was 21, if I saw a 33-year-old man go up to a 21-year-old girl, I'd be stepping in and I'd be like, oi, grandpa, piss off. Like, you know, but like all the guys, they're so timid, scared, and shy. I'll tell you about another interaction that I had last night. And so I go out to the clubs, and I don't drink. I'm 4 years, coming on to 4 years sober. I'm also 2 years celibate as well. I like to go observe, watch, and also be entertained as well. And I'll tell you a funny story that happened last night. Standing with my little group, and then this other little group kind of like migrated over to us, and was speaking to some of the guys. They had like hot girls, and one of the girls just like went into the middle of the circle and just started like shaking her ass and like just like pretty much just putting herself out there, like wanting attention. And my mate looked at me and he's like, I don't know where to look. And I'm like, look at that. Like, bro, what are you doing? And so I was like, full just like, nice, all right, cool. And behind her, I see this guy just like piercing straight into my eyes. And I'm like, I know what this is. And I'm like, g'day, mate. And he's like, hello. I'm like, what's your name? And he's like, Zane. I'm like, g'day, I'm Bo. I'm like, you've got very piercing eyes. And he's like, oh, thank you. That means a lot. And I'm like, is that your girlfriend? And he's like, yup. I'm like, okay, well, are you going to hit me? Like, guys are following girls literally while they're disrespecting them, and the guys are just standing there instead of going up to other girls. I don't know, if I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't even be in that environment anyway to begin with. But I just think it's funny how men have just lost their balls and are like playing this whole Tinder game and like giving women all power to deploy time and like do nothing, all because they're scared to approach in person. So I guess the message of this video is, like everything, if you want something, you need to fail. And you need to fail repeatedly and understand that failure is all part of it. Being rejected is all part of it. You've gone for the job, like apply for 20 jobs and learn from each interview what they want to hear and like what you need to say. Like, you know, craft yourself. And if you don't get off the couch, if you don't stop scrolling, you're going to be in the same repetitive loop. And if you do go out, just have some balls, because they're not going to remember you regardless, unless you meet the love of your life, which is, I think that's a good risk. Don't you? So, yeah. Hinge versus real life. What do you choose?